everyone believes the Illuminati runs the world. And it's funny because these guys at the top, they even reinforce that. They laugh and joke, I'm the Illuminati. Like they say sometimes, right? This concept of the deep state in America, right? Like there's Republicans, Democrats, doesn't matter who it is, there's
deep state.
There's a hidden body that actually governs.
Right.
Donald Trump just proved right now that none of that's true.
Yep.
He just proved right now that none of that's true.
He's making all the shots,
None of that's true. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So point being is that studying what's going on in the world, the dynamics of what's happening and the shifts of power and all of this thing actually is very empowering because it's like, oh, there's some weak points there that could easily be, someone else could exploit them. And those guys, and you can see where they feel threatened and where they feel vulnerable. Actually gives you confidence. Like, wow, okay, you're a weak man. I'm talking about a particular state as an entity.
Yep.
So it actually gave me a lot of like, wow, okay. Does that make sense? Also, when you study these things, you start to then go back and look at the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, and you're like, whoa. That's what the Prophet was doing. He was maneuvering in this strategic way.
He was.
To leverage, for example, economic strength.
Yes.
And weaken the economic strength of the enemy. For example, why the Prophet was sending the Sahaba to attack the trade routes.
Yes.
When the Battle of Badr happened. Why? Have you ever thought to attract the caravans? Why? It would weaken the economy of the Quraysh.
Right.
I'm saying you start to realize that if you actually want to make change in the world, you have to understand those subtleties. Now, I'm not saying that change has to be made at the top. No, change can be made at the bottom.
Yeah. I'm
not saying that change has to be made, but at least I need to understand. I think most people are just talking. I think most people don't understand how the economy works. Like, when you, like, you actually, again, I'm not an economist, so forgive me, neither am I an academic. I'm just a guy who understood how the economy works. In essence, the way that the economy works, if I don't botch this up, inshallah, is that you've got people that are buying. And people buy either with money that they have or with debt.
Yeah.
That's the only way you buy.
Borrowed money or money they have.
Right?
Yeah.
So the money you have or credit.
Yep.
Right? Okay, cool. Now, if I have money and I'm purchasing something, the guy who's just purchased from me will now have more money. And then he will then also go and buy. Right?
Yep.
And he will also go and buy. Now, what happens is, in the way that the economy works, is that they want people's, net worth to keep, they want the economy to keep increasing in terms of strength and size. So they allow people to go and get debt.
Yeah.
They can get credit.
Yep.
When I take credit, I can now spend money I don't have.
Yes.
I'm now inserting and injecting into the economy more money, and I'm making more people rich when I spend my money and give it to them.
Right.
And then what happens to those people is they spend that money and then they go and get more credit.
Yep.
And they get more credit than me. Yep. And then they spend that money, but it's money that they don't have.
Yeah.
And then they keep doing this, right? People are spending money that doesn't exist to make more people rich, who then go out and then get more debt to spend more money and make guys who are above them more rich.
Flows to the top.
And then and people think, bro, I'm just going to, the economy's going to collapse one day. No, they've got it all planned out, right? They bring interest rates up and down. They do quantitative easing. They print money, and let it circulate. And then they increase taxes, lower taxes to kind of keep things stable. Yeah. It's a bit complicated without making it too complicated. My point is there's a whole system.
Yes.
And it's all connected to riba. It's all connected to riba.
Yep.
So you want to break the back of the devil, right? You have to understand this economic system, and you have to number one, get out of it and create an alternative. So how do you do that? This is a conversation I had with my sheikh. I literally said, sheikh, like, this kind of threw me off, right? Like the economy grows when you spend more money.
Yep.
And these guys are going to always be spending more than the Muslims who fear Allah.
Right.
Because of what?
Yeah.
Because of debt.
Credit. Yep.
Because of credit.
Yep.
And they're going to keep. So I was like, sheikh, what's the solution?
Very profound question.
Right. I'm saying, how do we do that? Or is there another way?
Yeah.
Now, this requires discussions with economists. And people are like, and the sheikh mentioned a very profound point, right? Which I won't go into right now about how, how to keep the actual value of money and zakat. He mentioned some things to not fill the conversation off and take it left or right. I hope I haven't lost people. But
replay that, because it was very profound what Sheikh just explained in the last 3 minutes.
So, but the thing is, the Sheikh was a good question. It set us off on a mission now.
Yep.
Let's go and find those people that we can speak to, right? That can have these conversations with us, who are like, you know what? this is how you bring the Islamic principles, and then you, for example, maybe invest in this, or maybe investment is the key. Maybe these guys inflate wealth on the back of debt, or they're able to increase their spending power on the back of debt. Maybe we can do that.
But through
investments. Right? Maybe. If that's the way, then okay, what type of infrastructure should we set up to ensure that Muslims can invest money and get those type of returns? Amin, mashallah, barakallah fi. You guys you can, mashallah, check him out, the link below. But point being is that, these are conversations that you start to have to think, okay, cool, that's how you fix the problem. But most people don't understand.
Right.
You don't understand until you break the back of the economic devil.
Yes.
You're going to be in a vulnerable position. Most people don't know these things. They're just fighting over, the
peanuts.
The peanuts.
Yeah.